Friends, when I joined medicine and when I passed out medicine, I think I was the youngest. I was just 21. Then I finished my MS by before 24. I finished my FRACS in cardiac surgery by 26. Now I know what all of you go through. I also had the same feeling when you join for medicine. That time it was pre-medicine. We were the first pre-medicine batch. Before that it was intermediate, then pre-university came, then pre-medicine. So you think that once you enter the medical college, you have become a doctor. Then after pre-medicine, the first MB, you'll start wearing a coat with a half sleeve. Again, you are elated. Then second MB. Now it is first MB is 1.5 years, second MB is 1.5 years, and then final MB. I think it is different now, 1 year, 2 years, etc. Now, what I want to tell you is this. After introduction of NEET, I'm not saying that NEET is bad. NEET is very good. At least there is some uniformity. But unfortunately what happens is, you are learning NEET. In fact, it is NEET science. You don't know anything else. And because of your percentile, whatever is mark percentile, you get into medicine. As I said, when you come to the second MB, the coat becomes the sleeve becomes long, and you start wearing a stethoscope, a knee hammer, etc., etc. And you think that you are a big man. And you come to final MB, you are busy with your studies. So the day you get those two letters DR, you are top on the world. But after 6 months you realize that you are nowhere. Because again now you have to appear for one more NEET. That is for, what is that, Depend B or MD or MS or whatever it is. So you study, and it takes, I think, 3 years for Depend B or MD or MS. But your classmate in the school, he has finished his MBA or MCA or BBA or whatever it is. Now he gets about 45,000 rupees, 50,000 rupees starting. You are starting at 15,000 rupees. And in fact, nobody wants you. That is the other sad part. Then go through 3 years, and in the end, you will realize that your MD and Depend B in medicine is of no use. So again, you have to go for a super specialization. Say for example, cardiology, neurology, nephrology, whatever it is. Again, another NEET. So write the NEET and get into it, and what you will be used as the fellows to look after the night duties, write case sheets, make discharge summaries, and sometimes you might be able to, if you are in cardiology, you might be able to put a needle into the femoral artery, finish. By the time you finish all these things, you are 40, 42, naturally got married, has got 2 kids or 1 kid, whatever it is, you have a wife to support, a kid to support, and you get, after your Depend B DM, 50,000 rupees, 60,000 rupees. So what I am saying is, what is important is, you have to stand separate. For that, what you need is teamwork. I'm sorry to say that you have no teamwork here. Now this is, when I was a house surgeon, not house surgeon, what do you call that, senior house officer in Sydney, St. George Hospital. And these are my passports. I was a migrant to United States and migrant to Australia. You know when? 1969. And I finished all these things, in Australia, New Zealand, and United States. And I had a job as associate professor of pediatric cardiac surgery, University of Cincinnati, with $86,000 salary, big salary. I used to drive a sports Mustang, red color Mustang. Even now Mustang is one of the most wanted sports cars. This is the operating room in. Okay. So I decided, what is the use of having all these degrees? Why not go back to India and see what I can do? None of you people will come back, I know it. If you are getting $86,000 permanent residence. So I came back to railways, because railway was the only place where I could show that I can do something on my own. So this is the team. It's very important, teamwork. I can't do anything unless you have a team. Who was telling, Dr. Kalyan Singh was the chief of anesthesia. Now, we all joined together, and this is the first coronary artery bypass surgery done in this country. And that was my 6th operation. I never realized that I was doing the first open heart surgery. Now, the other you can see on the right hand side, that's an infant which is covered in ice bag. That is what is known as profound hypothermia circulatory arrest induced by surface cooling. And these were the obsolete equipments we had. And this was our post-operative. This is a 2.5 kilo child. The reason why I am saying is, till then, no institution in this country, whether it is Delhi, Bombay, Calcutta, these were the only 3 metropolis, there was no open heart surgery done on kids less than 15 kilos. So we were the first one to do it, and we became very popular. This is what happened in 1 week. We had operated 6 kids. Out of that, 1 was from Kenya and 1 was from Pakistan. This is what we call transmyocardial revascularization. I know that none of you people have heard about it, including your cardiology professor. So this was done in Vijaya Hospital. That is where we started Madras Medical Mission. That was the foundation stone. This is the inauguration.
Honorable Chief Minister, honored guests, ladies and gentlemen, I have the pleasure to inaugurate the Global Congress of Cardiovascular Science here in Madras today. I had the pleasure yesterday to visit the hospital where Dr. Cherian and his group of doctors are doing excellent work. I was very, very interested to see how advanced they are in that hospital. They were doing not only complicated acquired heart diseases, revascularization surgery, bypass, and with transmyocardial revascularization, new technique, but they were also doing very complicated congenital heart surgery. Now, I always said, and I still maintain, that congenital heart surgery separate the men from the boys, because there the skill of the heart surgeon is really tested.
Now, this is the land of PMS. This is when I identified PMS. The small baby in my hand is my granddaughter. She is here. And later on, this is what PAMS. And That is our school, the study. I don't know whether you know it.
Sir, Minister, sir. Sir, Minister.
This was His Excellency Lakera, and this is, as you know, it is Mr. Shahjahan, and this is my father. Now, why I am showing is this. You do all these things. See, you will be amazed to see what you could contribute to the society. As long as you don't care who gets the credit in the end. What you want to do is, you want to do it. And you go all out to do it. Who gets the credit? People know, the society know, because you have done it. Now this is Maimun baby. She is the first transplant recipient of the country. Now the reason why I am showing this is, Dr. Christian Bernard, who did the first heart transplant in the world, was received by her when he came to us. There is another reason. Recipient is Maimun Bibi, a Muslim lady. The donor, Hema Soundararajan, a Brahmin lady. So Dr. Abdul Kalam used to be a good friend of mine, before he became president. So he used to stay in the Anna University guest house. He rang me up and asked, Cherian, was there any difference between that Brahmin heart and Muslim heart? Said, this is all made by the politicians. If you happen to meet any politician in this location, please tell them that. This is what is life. We had the opportunity to do the first infant transplant. And again, this was the first interstate transplant. The donor was a 1-year-old kid from Bangalore, and the recipient has been from Delhi, a 1 year and 10-month-old. Now we also had the opportunity to do 2 transplants in one night. See, this is the third time it was done in the world. First was in Newcastle upon Tyne, then downstate New York. And that is the recipients. And one of the recipients, Bhavani Shankar, he got married and he has got 2 kids. And this happened about 12 years ago. Then again, see, what I believe is that this is all providential. It doesn't come to everybody. You might work hard. There are so many people spend a lot of money, brought some surgeons from US to see that they do the first transplant. The corporate hospital both in Chennai as well as in Delhi. But they didn't get the opportunity. So that is what I say. With all these things, what you need is a providential help. If that providential help is not there, this will not happen. Now, the other thing what I wanted to convey in the end is this. Don't be a doctor which follows the rules. Now we are trying to have heterotropic transplant. Don't waste any heart. If somebody is ejection, I don't know whether you will understand what is ejection fraction and all these things. Anyway, people are taken up for transplant when their functioning of the heart is poor. Ejection fraction 15. So they can't survive with that. And we, at the same time, we discard the heart also when somebody's heart function is less than 25 ejection fraction. So if you can combine both, 25 plus 15, it might become 40, 45. But you can't put it in the same place. So we are looking for a different place, that is heterotropic transplant, that is putting a heart in the abdomen. leaving the original heart there. So that dog has got two hearts, one in the abdomen, one in the chest. Here if you see that black slide, you can see that is contracting slowly. And this is the first case of stem cells. So why I took up this is just to show you people. Please don't stick on with this medicine, surgery, obstetric gynecology, etc., etc. There are a lot of other things you can do in this world. Don't become a stereotype doctor. So that was a 4-month-old kid who had severe heart failure. She had this stem cell, and that was 6 years later. Now she is the school cricket captain. This is the Cardiological Society of India. They have got their own TV station.
KMC, you have been one of the most versatile surgeons this country has produced. The wide range of cardiac surgery, infant surgery, neonatal surgery, complex congenital heart surgery, coronary artery bypass graft surgery, valve surgery, also transplant, the pediatric transplant, adult transplant, retransplant. You could do a wide range, which I think in today's date when we see, even if you put multiple surgeons, they will not be able to do this type of versatile surgeries. Do you think in the current era this can be possible that one cardiovascular surgeon can do all these types of things, or what do you think, means as a person who has seen cardiothoracic surgery, cardiovascular surgery for last 4 decades, where are we heading?
Now, first of all, in my time, say from 1975, I was interested only in profession and nothing else. If I was interested in money, I would not have left a $86,000 job, coming and joining railways for 1,071 rupees per month as an ad hoc AMO. So what is important to me was do whatever I can and whatever platform I can. There is a saying that you should be in the right place at the right time with the right people.
So this is the Swiss motto. There is no innovation without research, and no progress without innovation. What I want to tell you, young guys, is that don't become a stereotypical Indian doctor. We all think alike. Then no one is thinking, as it is said. So life has made me realize one thing, like what Epictetus said. Surely God chooses his servants at birth, or perhaps even before birth. See, recognition by one's own colleagues in your own field is the greatest tribute a professional can receive. Anyway, I am grateful to all of you and for giving this privilege. Thank you.